Hello, welcome to Dateline, the programme where some of the most prominent journalists in the UK debate the week's events with foreign correspondents whose Dateline is London. This week, Donald Trump chooses to put tariffs on Turkey and sanctions on Iran and is obliged to act against Russia. But who loses? Boris Johnson, Britain's recently ex-foreign minister, supports the freedom to cover your face, but manages to insult the Muslim women who do it. And how to make Oscar popular again. With me to discuss those stories, Abdelbari Atouan, who writes on events in the Arab world, Portuguese journalist and academic Eunice Goes, Henry Chu, international editor with the US magazine Variety, and Polly Toynbee, columnist with The Guardian newspaper. Now, the special relationship is one of those phrases used so often by British ministers in governments of left and right over the years that it must have its own shortcut on press officers' keyboards. So it was on Wednesday when the US State Department announced fresh sanctions against Russia for the nerve agent attack in the English cathedral town of Salisbury 5 months ago. The UK government duly lauded this as evidence of the strength of the special relationship. Only it wasn't. It was actually the consequence of a law passed by Congress when George Bush Sr. was president more than a quarter of a century ago. No wonder Moscow, currently being courted by President Trump, complained about mixed signals. Economic weapons are being wielded with increasing frequency by the Trump administration. Sanctions on Iran at the start of the week and tariffs on Turkey at the end of it. Polly, there's a kind of an unanswerable logic to what happened on Wednesday. It's
the chair in front of television watching the ceremony of Hollywoods for 4 hours. Who will now?
I agree. It's going to be 3 hours now.
3 hours, and it's going to be a month earlier.
That's right. But in terms of the power of Hollywood, that moving of the date to the beginning of February has actually caused ripples all over the world. The Berlin Film Festival, which is in the middle of February, is now worried about how that will affect them. The BAFTAs, which are always 1 or 2 weeks before the Oscars, say, we're going to move ours now. So it does have a ripple effect that is not confined just to Hollywood.
I think for all of us, thank you very much. That was terrific. We'll see how the Oscars do in February. We'll be back much sooner. Dateline back same time next week. Thanks for joining us. From all of us, goodbye.
Hello again. It's been a sunny but somewhat chilly start to the day, but the weather going downhill. There will be some rain across western areas later on, but nothing on the scale of the rain that we had yesterday, which across eastern England brought 49 millimetres into Hurstmonceux in East Sussex. That's over 3/4 of a month's worth of rain here. In contrast to that, though, for many of us, we've had skies like these this morning with plenty of